Oh boy, am I in trouble now? What did I just do? Look at all of this. And over here, it's everywhere. What just happened? Hey everyone, Sophia here for My Great Challenge. How you all doing? I did a thing. I completely transformed the first floor. I said I was gonna do it. I saved all my money from the Facebook Marketplace this year. That was my money saving challenge. Every penny I made selling trash I found on the side of the road and sold on the Facebook Marketplace was saved to buy furniture. So initially, I was going to buy something like this and add something like that and only do the living room. And then I realized that's not really what I was looking for. What I was looking for is more storage for my pretties, because it's not like we're not going to get any more, and something that was more of our style. So I shopped around and I found an antique shop in Pennsylvania, and I purchased a vintage solid mahogany brick front china cabinet by Stickley. And here we go. This is an early 1980s mahogany throughout, all of it, solid mahogany, Stickley, English Georgian style brick front china cabinet. So I'm going to give you some close-ups and tours so you can see what it looks like. And what I'm doing today is restyling it with my stuff, and I have two other curios that I need to restyle. So, features. What's the difference between a brick front and a hutch? The brick front have the middle part forward, and then the wings back a little bit. So if you have a china cabinet and this part on top here is straight, there's no break, right, in the middle part, then it would be called a hutch. So this is a brick front, and the Georgian period is under King George, so it's 1700 to 1800 something. This is not from that time period, but it's a reproduction. All right, so the style, Hepplewhite, I think, or Sheraton, were the guys who created this style. They made the china cabinets, and those initially they were libraries. They made them a little bit more streamlined in terms of design and much more functional. So you're going to see a lot of fretwork on windows, and you're going to see the cabinets like this with the mahogany. What happened is that they also refer to it as the mahogany period. That England was making furniture out of walnut for a very long time. And then when they started colonizing America and they went to Cuba, they discovered mahogany as a wood. And they started importing mahogany to England, and cabinet makers started using mahogany. And they really, really liked it because of the design, depending on how you cut your mahogany, right? Whether you cut it vertical or horizontal on the wood, you're gonna get this pattern. So let's look inside. It has a key that closes all those drawers. The top drawer here has a lining that is tarnish free, and it has the little compartment here to put all of your serving pieces with the little Stickley thing here. And if you don't know Stickley, they are an American brand started in the early 1900s, and they were based in New York. They're mostly known for the craftsman style, but they did reproductions back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, I don't know about the 90s, that were absolutely stunning, and that's one of them. Everything is dovetailed, and again, it's all solid mahogany, so even the bottom part here is mahogany, the back of it is mahogany. Drawers, same thing, right, all mahogany. And one of the things that we really like about it is that when you open the drawers, or even when you open the cabinets, the smell of the mahogany comes at you, and it's marvelous. Solid mahogany shelf in there, they are all adjustable. Same thing over here, right? Okay, and there's another drawer. So now the fretwork, now these are not individual panels, it's one single panel, but the fretwork is entirely glued to the glass, so it won't bend or anything. Every shelf has a groove for your plates. There's two glass shelves here and a light above. I don't want to blind you. The middle part, same thing, all mahogany. See the back? Beautiful, right? And I can dim the light. Let's dim it a little bit. Okay, so here's the color. Let me put the light back on. Okay, so I can dim the light. There's a left door with the whatever you call it here, the strip. Okay, and then it's the same thing here on the right side. Okay, the crown is a Greek key, so it's a little bit reminiscing of the Neo-Greek period. They did have a pediment. One of them had a pediment on top, which I did not pick. I didn't want the pediment because it was going to be too close from the ceiling and it wouldn't match the rest of what I have in the house. So that's it. That's my Stickley, and it has right here, that's the bill. It has the sticker right here with a little note on how to care for it, and we love it. We think it's absolutely stunning. It totally goes with our style and the style of the house, and we're excited. So let me talk a little bit about what I plan on doing and how I'm going to do it, because I have ideas and we're going to start styling it. And by the way, I just want to add that I'm super excited. I don't know if it's payable yet, but I'm super excited because this is like, I'm in my element, okay? I love doing this. I'm so looking forward to playing with it and playing with my stuff. Everything's gonna get washed and I'm gonna do nothing but strategic positioning because everything's gotta be seen, okay? So there's different way you want to style your cabinet. If you have a cabinet or you plan on getting a cabinet or you inherited a cabinet or you know you're going to inherit a cabinet, either like this or a different style, it doesn't matter. There's different ways you can style a cabinet. Those were meant for china. They were meant to display the china and store the china. So one of the options that you have, if you have a china set for your wedding, for instance, or you inherited one from your grandmother, is that you can use the entire cabinet and put your entire china on display. You would put all the plates on top with, you use the groove, and then you do your place settings, right? And then in between your place settings, you put the little stuff. You put the bowls, like if you have the salt and pepper shakers, stuff like that. And then at the bottom would be for the platters and the large serving dishes, including the tureen if you have one. So that's one option. The whole cabinet, one china. I have 4 sets of china, 2 that are heirloom and 2 that are mine. One is my wedding china, that's the Old Country Roses, and the other one is the nuns Noritake that I purchased. And I'm missing pieces for both of them. The Old Country Roses, I really only have the 5-place settings. I don't have any of the serving dishes, and I have the tea set, that's it. So that's one option. Another option is to group things. So you can either group by color or you can group by style. So one of the things that I really like is Asian stuff, right? So I, for instance, have things like this. That's a Satsuma Meiji period sugar, and I have the creamer to go with it. That's Japanese. But I also have something like this, which is a Royal Nippon vase, much later period. I have pieces that are not necessarily Japanese, but have a style. Like this, for instance, this is a Roseville cherry blossom vase. And other things that are Asian would be something like this. That's a Tiffany Imari bowl. So I could do an entire side of the curio where it's all the Asian stuff together. And then on the other side, if I have more Asian stuff, of course I would do that. Or on the other side, I could do something where I do all of the items that have roses, right? So I would do themes. You can also go by colors. So if you have china that's blue and you have a lot of stuff that you collect that is blue, you can do groupings of blue, groupings of pink, groupings of yellow. You can just like play with colors. Mix and match, and putting everything hodgepodge makes it messy really quick. And this is what I've had to do with mine, because I have a lot of stuff with my previous curios, because I have a lot of stuff and not a lot of places to put them. This is additional storage, and this is one of the reasons why I opted for this instead of just a cabinet for the TV and keeping the black one here, because this is allowing me to really display my pieces in a way that is cohesive, pretty, and makes sense, right? So I could also do a grouping of crystal pieces, all of the cut crystal together and all of the polished crystal together. Or if you have more than one piece of one particular brand, for instance, I have a lot of Waterford, you can do the Waterford together, and then you do the, I don't know, name another crystal, Shannon. You put Shannon together, right? That's the idea. You do groupings and you do things in a way where there's a flow and it just makes sense. And then you put sizes, different sizes together. You don't line up everything. And for the sizes, what you want to do is purchase those little acrylic risers. You probably saw one when I opened the cabinet. And then there's other things that you can buy. This is an acrylic bowl stand. It's on a slide, right? I'll link everything down below. So the great thing with this is that if you have a bowl like this Tiffany bowl, you can actually put it on display and hold it. And because it slides and it allows you to have different sizes, you can have this one too, but you can have it leaning more or more straight, whichever way you want. It works for the small pieces too, if you want to showcase something, okay? So things like this. There's also the teacup ones that are still coming in today. I'm waiting for them. So this stands for teacups. This stands for plates if you have china and you want to display them kind of like the way they have them at the store. They have the 5-place setting display stand. They're a little bit costly. I think they're like $25 each. But they have the slot for every single one of the plates, and then they have the little tray in the front for the teacup and saucers. So you can have your grouping spaced out, but all together. They are actually space saving, all of those things. They allow you to save space. And when you save space, that means that you can fill in empty spaces, negative spaces in your curio with the little items, so the heirlooms that you want to keep and still display. So what I'm going to do is start with the crystal. I am moving all of the crystal out of the big china cabinet, my regular tall one, and the crystal is going to go up here on the top shelf. You want the clearest stuff on the top so that it doesn't mask the light for the bottom shelves. And all of my crystals gotta get washed. Okay, so the best way to wash crystal, you start with a clean sink. You're gonna put a towel at the bottom of it. You plug it, right? And you're gonna throw hot water in there and add Dawn detergent. And the reason why you put the towel is to protect your crystal so that it doesn't break when you bring it into the sink. And you also don't want to stack. But what I mean by that is that once the bottom part of your sink is full, don't add to it. You work with just that one row. Soft cloth. Nothing abrasive. Please don't use microfiber. So champagne flutes, I have options. I can either put them all lined up at the back here and pretty much use this entire top for my crystal stemware and not put any here and use the whole length of each wing for different pieces, right? Or I can mix and match, put some here, some there, just so that I have a whole display here of crystal. This is what I'm probably going to do. Instead of bunching everything together, I'm going to kind of like split them into two. So I'll have 6 flutes here, 6 flutes there, and then my goblets, I'll do the same thing. So that way I have space for all the things in front of the glasses. All right, once they're washed, lint-free, good old-fashioned vintage, if you can, towel, cheap towel. Okay. And you know, more than likely I'm gonna be here all day and I wouldn't have it any other way. Decide which way we're gonna put it. This one. Okay, here's one. Oh, and also, this is one of my pet peeves. You know, you buy or somebody gives you for your wedding some crystal, right? A new brand. Now, let's say Waterford or even Mikasa, you name it, right? Lennox. Don't keep the stickers. Because if somebody wants to know what you got and you serving dinner, a formal dinner at your house, and you have your stemware or whatever, and there's a sticker on it, what is this, like the Macy's sample? If somebody's curious, they'll ask. But not everybody appreciates good stuff, and if you keep the sticker, it's kind of like, what are you trying to show off? So don't keep the stickers, right? We remove stickers. We're gonna be here forever. Okay, so I have 6 and 6, and they're exactly the same. These are the 2 peace ones. These are the 2 prosperity, the 2 love. These are Waterford, in case you're wondering, because I know that some people haven't seen my stuff ever. These are Waterford. They were for the millennium, the 2000 toast. So each one of them, that's prosperity with the wheat, with the bow is joy. This one has all 5 design. Hearts is love. This is happiness, I think, and then this one is peace with the dove. So that's what we got. All right, same process with the regular stemware. All right, so here's the stemware. I'm keeping it low light so that I don't blind you, but if I turn the lights on a little bit more, this is what it will look like. Okay, I like it. Now, this is actually my in-laws. They are Colleen Waterford, and I don't have a complete set. I have the goblets for water, which are those, and I have, let me not blind you, I have the white wine that match, and then the red wine, I only have one, and it's the one that's in the back over there. They're all different sizes, of course, but so that's a set I'm gonna have to complete at some point. Can't really see the champagne flutes all the way in the back, so I'm gonna wait for risers and see if I can bring them up, because I still have space here, so I probably can do that. So I got this done. I may not keep it that way, I may move them to the bottom, but let's start with china, because the china's got to go in there. I'm going to show you different ways of displaying your china. So I'm using my Old Country Roses to show you different ways you can display and store your china. Because remember, this is also storage, all right? The most traditional way is to have the 5-place setting, and that's it. So you have your dinner plate, right? Just to showcase the design. And then you have your 5-place setting in front of it. So that's the dinner plate, the salad plate, the bread plate, and then your cup and saucer. So it's very light, but it's just for display, and you're not storing anything except for that one particular set. Another way of doing it is the stacking method. So the stacking method is the same way. You have your one dinner plate in the back, and then you stack about 3 or 4 of the same. Matter of fact, I'm missing. Hold on. Saucer. There we go. Okay. So if you want to do some space saving, for instance, right, and you don't want to fill up the bottom part of your cabinet, you can do that. It gives it a little bit more volume, and if you have really pretty china with a lot of pattern, it really showcases the pattern. You see more gold, you basically see more of it, so you can do that. Another thing you can do is the stacking method, which I do not like, but some people really love it. I'm going to remove that. Imagine this is still there, where they start stacking their teacups together. So they do stacks of 2. You can do that in between. That also allows you to store and avoid having too much stuff at the bottom, particularly if you're like me and you have a lot of stuff. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like doing that. You never know what could happen and bring a saucer to fall and a cup. So you don't want necessarily to do that. Accent plates. You don't have to just keep this one, in particular if it's mostly white and there's nothing in the middle there. If you have accent plates, which I just purchased for Christmas this year, I only got 4. I got the Christmas Magic ones that are matching. So you can place your accent plate right here. Okay, this is where those special stands come in handy. And that fills up the space a little bit more. Right? Isn't it pretty? It's really nice. So you can do that, or you can add a salad plate and fill that up a little bit more. Okay, so what method am I going to use? I have to think about it, because I do like this, And I think I'm going to do that for each one of my sets. Here we go. So this is how I set it up. My chinas are in the wings. The heirloom china is in the center cabinet. So I did the stacking method, but just with one teacup. And basically this is a 4-place setting, minus 3 teacups. And on the other wing, I have the Swan Song. I believe it's Noritake, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And that was one that I purchased a couple of years ago, a little bit over that. And then in the middle, I did the same thing with the 2 inherited ones. So we got Great Grandma's Limoges, that's a Haviland. I think it's the 60th anniversary, that's what they call it. And then this one actually has more plates in between. The bread plate is much bigger because people were doing different services back then. And then the Nassau by Maito, that's Scott's great aunt china. So each one of them is a 4-place setting. The advantage of doing it that way is, one, it showcases more of it. It's got more volume, so it goes higher. But it also saves on storage in the bottom cabinet because I have less stuff to store. So we're gonna close it and see what it looks like when it's closed. Okay. And I like it. I like it better than having just 1-place setting. Okay, so china is done. Let's move on to what am I going to display above this. So remember, I'm trying to do groupings that make sense. How about this, right? Because this is part of the same set. So I have the teapot, and I have a creamer, a sugar, and then this was sent to me as a gift, and it's a music box, but it's part of All Country Roses, so it's perfect. Right? We're going to keep that together. Now my issue is that I have another creamer, and this one is the Ruby collection. There was like an anniversary Ruby celebration 2002. I don't have to display it. I can put it in storage because it's a standalone, it's single, it doesn't fit on that little shelf. I don't have to display it. I could put it right here. Let's see if I can put it this way, right? But then what do I do over there? I want to try to leave this empty. So that will go in storage in the bottom cabinet. So we got this going on. Now what am I going to do up there? All right, so I used one of those bowl holder, and this is a Nippon, right? And it looks actually pretty okay. It matches. All right, what happens if I put my Nippon vase there? All right, let's see. All right, I see that works. It's a grouping. Okay, so this side, I'm going to leave it like that. That's good. I need to wash this and this, and then we're done with the left side. What do you guys think? All right, so you see what I'm doing, right? I'm grouping the 2 Nippons. They both have pink. They both have flowers and roses, even though that's peonies, but doesn't really matter. And this is all part of the same set. So I'm not putting anything in there that's a hot punch, doesn't match. It's all good. Okay, right side. So since this is Asian, and Asian song, I found it was Swan Song, it's Asian song. Okay, how about I do all of my Asian stuff here? Okay, so what do we have? I have this, I have this, I have this antique bowl, I have this, which is British, but it looks Asian, and I'm going to look around and find more, I'm sure. Okay, so I've decided to not put the Satsuma in there because it was too much. So I brought in the Tiffany, and no joke, I posted that on Instagram. It's an emery ball. I found it at Goodwill for $2.99. And it's pretty either way you look at it. I'm trying to figure out a way to display it where you can see both sides. Okay, this I'm still trying to figure out what it is. So somebody's gonna have to let me know because I can't find another one online. I think it's a brush cleaner. It's from Tibet. It's beautiful. Scott loves this thing, loves it. And then this is another thrift store find that turns out to be an antique from the Queen period, probably 1910, 1905. It's a rice bowl, pottery, and it's prettier on the sides. So I put it high so you can see the design. And then Teapot and the Roseville over there. So that's that. Okay, fillers, crystal here, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna put right here. I'm looking at it and I really like what I did so far. So, you know, there's a method, right? Let me make sure I'm in focus. I know it doesn't look like it, but there is a method. What I'm doing is I'm displaying the pieces that we love the most in the Curios. And I'm doing it in a way where I go by the most favorites first, and once all the 3 Curios are filled, whatever is left is what I have to make a decision about. So I'm taking my time because there are pieces that I really, really want to keep, pieces that I really, really want to display, and then there's some pieces that I've displayed in the past that I've always kept that are, you know, either street finds, or I bought them, or I found them, or they were given to me, and I don't have, I mean, I like them, but I don't love them. So the Curios is for love, 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 love. Everything else that I want to keep, but I don't have to display, is going to go in storage downstairs on that shelf. For instance, I'm looking at the Curio that's on the other side over there, and I have all the kids' baby plates. You know, like the little, I think most parents get those and never use them, okay? But I'm not ready to let go of them, so they're gonna go in storage downstairs. I don't need to have them take room in the Curio. Something else that I can bring downstairs is probably the large dishes for the china that don't fit in the cabinet here, and I also don't need to display. That can go downstairs. When I pull out the china and I want to pull out the dishes, I'll go downstairs and get the dishes. Because I have great grandma's china. There's a lot of serving pieces with it. I just can't display them all, okay? They were taking a lot of room in the black buffet when it was here, and I don't have a lot of room in that particular one in terms of shelves. What I'll probably do is put all the teacups in the drawers. You can do that. I'll have to buy partitions, so I'll need to be careful when I open the drawers so that they don't bang onto each other. But I don't need to keep all of the stuff here on this floor. There's a lot of it that can go into storage, but I'm telling you, there's going to be decluttering today. I don't know how much of it, but there will be some stuff that's going to go out because I accumulated it and I put in the Curios, but I'm not attached to it, so they can go. All right, so I'm going to address the middle part right here because this is a central place. There's room for something either big or something really shiny. So I'm gonna try that early American brilliant cut plate that I found on the Facebook marketplace years ago, because that's an antique and it's absolutely stunning. And in order for it to be properly displayed, not only does it have to have light, but it also needs a dark background. So let me wash it, and then we're going to try it out right here, standing in the middle of the shelf. me add light to it. Let's see. No, that's less. Ooh. Oh, I could look at it all day. That is a Waterford that, believe it or not, I found on the street. It was in the bin of a whole bunch of household item. People were moving and that was in it. And then this one is another Waterford that I found at Goodwill for, I think, $4.99. It's got a chip right here. We don't care. I will put it right here. All right, that works. Very nice. Okay. I need something right here. Something small and crystal-like. All right, so I'm leaving, I can't stop looking at it. I'm leaving the door open so you can really see it, and I got the full light. But this is the middle part of the china cabinet. How about that? Okay, so I added my big Waterford right here, and then little crystal perfume bottle. So that's the middle part. I don't need to add anything else. Close this. I have to show you at night when I don't have the window refracting in it. Okay, left side you've seen, we're good. And right side, we're good. I don't think I have anything else that I can add to it. So this one is done, and oh boy. Oh, very nice. What do you guys think? Really, really nice. Okay, I need to take a break, and then I'm going to empty this. All of this is going in the bottom of the cabinet as storage. So that's one shelf that I've emptied, and I've emptied two right here. And I'm keeping this in here. This is what I'm left with. So, and then the rest is in the other curio. So let me take a break. So my big problem with this curio is that it's sliding door, which is great, okay, but I can only slide it one way. I can't slide it too much the other way because of the wall. So it needs to be cleaned. I'm gonna finish emptying it, and then we're gonna redesign it, okay? So again, I'm gonna try to group things, like things together, and do kind of like mini vignettes. One of the things that I always wanted to do was move the red glasses over here, but I was never able to do it because I had too much stuff. Hence the reason why I got this now, to spread the storage a little bit better. Because the way I had them situated in the past, they were at the bottom of the bow front curio, where it doesn't have a light and it's all dark and wood, and you absolutely could not see their glow. But if I put them here, now we can see them. And it worked, and in order for me to be able to fit them all, I had to stagger them, but it worked. Next row, I'm gonna put those back in. These are, man, whenever I can find one, trust me, I'm grabbing it. I love this. This is called Tea House. They are very old and they are lusterware, and the company is Mason and Bates in England. It's ironstone but lusterware, and of course it's Asian, right? I started with this bowl, found it, can't remember where, may have been eBay, and then over the years I've collected a few more pieces, but it's not an easy one to find, definitely not at the thrift shop. So once in a while I decide that I want to grab another one, so I'll go on eBay, and if the price is right I'll get it. But I really don't have a lot of pieces, but the pieces that I have are important, and I'm going to put them there because there's red in it, and also because they take a lot of real estate and a lot of light. I don't want to bring them up on the other shelves. They're going to cast a shadow on everything else that's underneath it. I don't care if they cast a shadow on the red glasses, but everything else I would. So let me get one of those bowl holder, because this one I'm going to display it in the corner so that it fills up the space a little bit more. And then remember, I also have risers. So let's see what we can do. And let me tell you, I am thoroughly enjoying myself here. Okay, so I'm gonna put you in petty corner right here, so you take less room. All right, so I really like this, okay? And now, because I have the bowl on that stand, before you could only see the inside of it, right? But now, look, you can see the sides of it and the rest of the design in the mirror. So that's perfect. Okay, what am I gonna put right here? You do realize that I am thoroughly enjoying myself here, right? I'm moving things around. Okay, so I ended up keeping it on one shelf because it's just too pretty to mess around with and add stuff. So what I'm going to do, because I want to be able to see it from above, right, is that the shelf that's right here, I'm going to put clear things. So crystal it is, and the other stuff I'll have to put somewhere else. So it was taking a whole shelf before, so I'm not losing anything. No matter what, I've gained space, I know that. So, and I really, really like it. And I think the beauty of this thing is, well, from all sides, to be honest. But oh, I love that you can see the bowl now. You got to get those, okay? Those little risers and stuff. It makes a huge difference. Okay, another thing I've always wanted to be able to put in this curio, but didn't have the room, is the Vasa Bell. So when you do that, and it's going to take front and center. I'll talk about it in a minute, but let me... you look phenomenal under the light, okay? But you need to be cleaned a little bit. Okay, so remember I told you we're gonna do groupings, right? Even though this is a coffee pot, we're gonna do a little tea vignette. So what I did was put teacups. And this is really cool. Let me show you those little stands, because I think they're phenomenal. Sometimes the teacup, the saucer is just as pretty. These things right here. So you put the plate, the saucer right here, and you put your teacup. So it's a stand. I don't know if you can see how it works. All right, so this one is a Shelly, and that was a gift to me. And this one is the one I just found the other day. I already forgot the name, but it's super pretty. This is a Royal Chelsea. That was Scott's grandma. And this one I believe Juanita sent. It's a Royal Copenhagen. So let's talk about the Valeska Bella. I found this set on the street. I have one more coffee cup, which I'm not going to display because I don't like to do things in odd numbers. And you notice that something's missing, right? Okay, well, I found it on the street. The set was brand new, still in the box. And then I was moving stuff around and I tripped on my own feet. The box went flying across the room. And I broke 3 coffee cup and saucers and the creamer. I could live without the extra cups and saucers, but I kid you not, when I say it's been 6 years, if not more, that I am trying to find the matching creamer. And I'm willing to pay for an entire set. I don't care. So I know I've already made a call on Instagram and Facebook, maybe last year or 2 years ago, because I'm constantly looking for it. If you see a site that is selling them and it's like in Slovakian or any kind of Eastern Europe language, I think it's called Bazaar something, they will not ship and they will not sell to the United States. You have to be a resident of whatever country that is. So that site is no good, and these guys had it. I tried to talk her into it, and she wanted to charge me, I think she wanted $250 just for the shipping, and I said no. So I'm still looking for it. I'm looking for the creamer. So please keep your eyes open if you ever find the creamer for this Valeska Bella coffee set. It's from the 60s, early 60s. I even contacted the company. It still exists. It's Valeska Bella Crystal in Slovenia. And they send out the APB to the population there, and so far nothing. So people are hanging on to theirs. Let's see if the YouTube detectives can help me find the creamer. And again, I'll buy the set. I don't care. I mean, as long as it's not like some crazy amount of money. Let's not be ridiculous, okay? But I'm looking for the creamer. Anyway, I like what I did with the little teacups. I think it's beautiful. Let's move on to the next shelf. I said I was going to be here all day, right? Okay, we're going to polish the cymbal. Okay, major progress. It's 6:25. I'm done with this one. So first row, we got some of it you probably recognize from the other cabinet, but anyway, we got the German plate here, Bride's basket, Mom's picture, the ginger jar, Fenton. Let me see, get the light out of the way a little bit. There we go. Okay, Fenton in there. Okay, and here I made some changes, so I used those little platforms, right? I don't know if you can see it. So I have a bunch of silver crystal, different brands that I've accumulated over the years. Okay, this one hasn't changed with the teapots, with the teacups. Put a little bit more light. Okay. All right. Here I ended up putting those two little Japanese pots back on. I'm not convinced about this. I'm thinking maybe I need to put the big one here, this one on top, and then this one in the front. But I mean, Scott said he liked it, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, the sunbonnet is here. So that's the large set. This is a smaller one with extra cups in the back, and then one of my pictures just buffed, and then all the red glass. So there we go. That's the big curio. All right. I have stuff to put in the other one, including the milk glass. I'm not gonna style it today. I'll do that behind the scenes because I have all of this stuff here that I need to put away, and then I need to start storing all of this stuff and figure out what's going downstairs. I did it, and it's past 8 o'clock. It took 10 hours, but I did it, and it's fabulous. It is absolutely fabulous. What a difference it makes. And I cleaned up everything. The only thing I didn't do is the floor. I removed the extension on the table that went back downstairs. I do have stuff. Oop, I'm a little weird on the light. I do have some stuff I'm decluttering. I'm going to show you. But first, a tour. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to turn off the light on the ceiling. I'm going to see how it looks, if it looks better. All right, so at night, this is what this curio looks like. And I'm really happy with it. I love that I put the red glass at the bottom, or the silver together. You see your grouping, right? This, I still have enough light for it. This front and center, I love the teacups. Absolutely love the teacups over there. That's really, really cool. And then, of course, this one with the gold and the white on the inside of the cups. It's beautiful. And then here I did, move things a little bit. And then on top right here is all I have. So you see I kind of like spaced it out a little bit more than what I had before. Okay. Table is back together, and then the curio is here. So all the stuff has been moved. I'll show you where I put it. But here's the china. I'm trying to pass in front of the Christmas tree. Okay. So that's what it looks like when it's in full light. Okay, I don't have to have it at super bright. I can dim it if I want. But it looks really, really elegant. Really elegant. Okay, and then in the living room, this is what this one looks like. So I did a little bit of everything because not all the milk glass fit on one shelf. I have some more milk glass here, and then that thing that I was gonna sell, and then I decided not to sell it because it's got some tarnish damage, like that cannot be repaired, like you can see the copper underneath. So I've decided that all the little family pieces that I have, I put them all in there as a tray. And that makes sense, and it's cute. Okay, so we got that. And then the rest is, my regular stuff. I'm glad I was able to fit everything. I still have room for more, but there's really nothing else to put in. And I have more stuff in there, but that I'm not really sharing, so sorry. The only thing I couldn't fit are those two from Paige. I'm gonna bring them back upstairs, Paige, because that's where I had them before, and I like them there. And then I brought in my birds. I'm putting them with the Madonnas. You know, no biggie. I kind of like them there actually. So yeah, I still have boxes. These are curtains. I bought the same curtain panels for the living room and, you know, laundry. But this is what it looks like. Okay. All right. So where did all the stuff fit? That's really the question. So let's look at it. We're gonna open drawers and stuff. All right. I didn't do the flatware. This is pretty much empty. It's just spare stuff. Nothing in here. The first two are empty. Here I got a bunch of those that I have to figure out what I'm going to do with them, and then the Christmas plate, the 4 that I purchased are here. They'll go in storage eventually. And then I had enough room for everything. So on top is Old Country Roses. Here is the Asian Song. And the Haviland and the Mado, everything fit. And then here, I put all the large pieces. And in here, I put the terrain that I didn't want to keep, but Mom said to keep it. I don't know if you remember this thing right here. Right, that's a Limoges. Mom wants me to keep it, so we're gonna keep it. And then for now, just here, I got the kids' plate. I don't need to keep them here. They're probably gonna go downstairs. And I don't think I have anything in here. Nope, it's empty. So eventually, I'll have to bring in the flatware and put everything in here. But yeah, and we really like it. So. You want to know what I decluttered, right? Okay. I'm decluttering, not that. This is what I'm letting go of. That's going to go on Etsy. The vintage little sherry, I think. Like fruit liquors type thing. These are 2 Waterford. I'm going to let them go because they don't match mine and I don't need them, so I'm gonna put that on Etsy as well. I have 4 vintage champagne cups. I'm gonna let go of that, so that's gonna go on Etsy. This I had purchased with the intention of selling it on Etsy, and when I finally opened it, I realized that there was a lot of chips on the sugar bowl. And I didn't realize that, so that's gonna go to donate. These were sent to me, and I used them for a little bit, and they just, I don't know what to do with them. They don't take a lot of room, but I don't know. I'm just gonna let them go. I'm gonna put them on Etsy. This used to be Scott's Grandma's. It's Blue Willow. I don't know who the manufacturer is for this one because there's nothing under any of it. I know it's old. I don't know how old it is. I don't think it's the original one, but I have 2 oval plates, a creamer, a gravy boat, and then I'm going to assume this is a sugar, but I don't know if the sugar had a lid or not. So I'm just going to sell it as a lot. We'll see what happens. And then this vase, I don't know what to do with it. I can't remember who makes it. It's not Waterford. It's not Lennox. It's not... it doesn't have a stamp signature or anything. I have enough vases, so I'm letting go of that. I was able to declutter all of this stuff, okay? Not too bad. And the shelf is empty downstairs. So that means that there's a lot of stuff that I can put in storage. And all of this here is empty, and I emptied all the way over there as well. And that's it, ready to rock and roll, and it's done. I really like the silver here, and this, that's my favorite shelf with the teacups. It's my favorite shelf. You know, it's bothering me that I can't remember the name of that one. I just bought it like a couple of weeks ago. Let me see. What are you? You are a Regency. It's very nice. Put you right back. Okay. So I think it's a great idea, if you like that kind of stuff, to buy those little display acrylic thing. The Steuben bowl here, I put it on a riser. The Waterford egg, I put it on the riser. So it really helps you, you know, that's on the riser. It helps you display things a little bit better. And I think you gain space as well, because here, if I had the saucer, I would have to move this one to the right. So it actually saves some space. And that's about it. Let's get Scott over.
You missed a spot.
Okay. What do you think?
I think it looks like the Met.
That's a good thing or a bad
The
thing?
New York Met.
Yeah, good or bad?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you know, it's the Met.
All right.
Yeah.
What about the large Curio?
Yeah, that looks very well done, very well organized. I like these guys.
Aha! They're my favorite too. They're the ones that I'm desperate to find the creamer for.
Desperate?
Absolutely.
What are they?
You'll never find it. I haven't been able to find it. It's been 6 years. Yeah, I love it. They have it in green and they have it
Where'd
in
you
burgundy.
get it from?
Found it on the street.
All right.
And then you remember it was a whole set, and then I tripped and I broke half of it. Well, you know, I was whatever, and I broke the creamer, and I've been grieving ever since.
Oh.
Anyway, which one's your favorite?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And I like that. The
Oh, you like this one?
yeah,
The Teapot?
yeah.
Okay.
But you know, that's within the context of.
Well,
I'm okay with.
yeah, I know. Paper
Corel,
plates.
yeah.
I know.
You know, I mean.
And you like this one?
Yeah, I like the Dragon Bowl.
Yeah, I still can't figure out what it is.
It's a bowl.
No, I think it's to clean brushes.
Okay. Maybe.
I think that's what it is. But anyway, okay. So you like it? It's improved. What about the one in the living room? I mean, you know, it's pretty much the leftovers.
This over here.
Yeah. I kind of changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Where's your brother's things? Your
The soldiers?
There
They're
they are.
right
Yeah,
here.
that's what I like.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know,
I know.
Soldiers.
I know.
military.
Okay. Yay. And then all of you, if you're looking for...
The army won today, by the way.
Oh, yeah, they did?
Yeah.
Boo. If you're looking for your dog tags,
Yeah.
there's a ball right here in the back,
Okay.
and all the little tiny things are in there.
Yeah. I like the camera equipment too.
Well, that's your grandma's.
Yeah.
No, great grandma's.
Pearls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one that they had all the home movies that they converted to video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
Okay, let me say goodbye. So he likes it, and I like it, and I'm tired. But this was the perfect way of spending a Saturday for me. I really, really enjoy doing this. I put a lot of thoughts into it. I mean, I think you saw that. And some of you are probably thinking, oh my God, this woman is obsessed with things. I'm not. I just want to display them in a way that showcases every one of them at its best. Really, that's what it's about. I don't want things to be hidden. I want to be able to see items and see the beauty, and I'm happy with this. And I don't think it's going to change for a very long time. I don't foresee another video about restyling the Curios, okay? This is it, okay? That's it. Now, what do I do if I bring more stuff in? Well, we're going to have to be very careful. I don't imagine that I will bring too much back into the house because I really, at this point, it's going to mess up the whole setup. And I don't want to have to redo it. I'm not against teacups. I can find a way, they're small, I can find a way, to put them somewhere. But big items, no. The only thing I need is missing pieces, like missing glasses from the stemware. I'm missing some from the Colleen collection, so that I'll have to acquire at some point. And I'd like to have more pieces in my china, the Old Country Roses. I'd like to have serving pieces and maybe soup bowls. More of the Christmas, but little by little. And then of course the tea house, if I find more pieces, I'll have to get them. But that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this and like my stuff. Comment down below, let me know which one is your favorite, which piece is your favorite, what did I do that you really, really like, and did you get good ideas on how to display your stuff. If you're like me and you like your stuff and your stuff brings you joy and you want to display it, go buy a real piece of furniture. Don't count on the stuff from today. The market is just, it's really bad furniture, I'm sorry. But go on Etsy, go on the Facebook Marketplace, go on eBay. You can find local, you can filter and find local people, and go get yourself a nice piece of furniture. It doesn't have to be a Stickley. You can get, any other brand. This one is an investment, obviously. But you can find affordable furniture on the Facebook Marketplace that is way better than what you'll see at your box stores now. And play with your stuff and display it. There's no need to hide it in boxes, in storage. Enjoy it. If you love it, put it on display and enjoy it. And that's what I plan on doing. And let me tell you, this dining room feels like a proper dining room now. So next year I'll do another money saving challenge, and I'll get a sofa for the living room. And if you want to know, if you're on YouTube, Patreon already knows, but if you're on YouTube and you don't know, the plan is to get a green velvet Chesterfield. That's what we're getting. If I can find one that has a chaise, like a L-shaped Chesterfield, I'll do that. But otherwise, it's going to be a green velvet Chesterfield. And the year after that, probably an antique dining room table. So I pick up trash, I sell it, I save it, and this is how I can afford the stuff I get sometimes. Now you know. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up. Subscribe right here if you're brand new. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!